Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Practice Thursday night, gentle yoga practice with the Tuckahoe Library. I am Anne Casapini, and I welcome you. Tonight, we'll do an overall practice with a little bit of a focus on the cervical spine, the neck. So I'm going to, once we get centered, I'm going to share with you some words from this lovely resource, Yoga for Arthritis, by Ellen Saltonstall and Lauren Fishman. And you don't need to have arthritis in order to really find this book a fabulous, fabulous resource. So please take a moment to sit comfortably on your chair. Today we'll use a chair, we'll use a strap. I hope you have a strap available. If not a yoga strap, it can be a scarf or a belt or a tie. Okay, let's sit up tall, placing your feet first on the ground. Sense that the weight is balanced under your feet and the weight is balanced under your hips. The hands can rest, palms down on your lap. Lean back ever so slightly, just so you're more in a receptive kind of position rather than a doing position. Yes. And visualize your tailbone, the last bone of your spine, lengthening downward toward the floor. And then from the base of your skull, the occipital bone, visualize a telescoping upwards. Yeah, so your spine is elongating in two directions. Keeping all of that, lift the heart, the sternum. Lift the shoulders a little bit up and back. Yeah, very good. Separate the lower jaw from the upper jaw. The sides of your throat draw back. Your chin is about parallel to the floor. And either close your eyes all the way or 3/4 and gaze at a point on the floor. Bring your awareness now into your body, exactly as you are tonight. Don't have to change anything. Yoga's a come as you are party. Notice how you feel this evening. Notice what feels good, if you can look for the good first, and then acknowledge gently what might be giving you a little trouble. And now bring your awareness onto your breath. Please gently breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in through your nostrils if you can. Breathe out through your nostrils as well. Breathe in, draw in energy for tonight's class. Breathe out. See if you can gently let go of anything you've already done today and anything you're going to do at the end of class. And before we start some movement, I'd like you to set your intention for your class. It might be, I just want to try something new. It might be, I need an hour to nurture myself today. It might be a wish for peace in the world. Good. I would like to ring a bell as a gentle reminder to come to this moment right now on your mat with these fellow practitioners. Great. So I'm going to share with you a few words about the neck, the cervical spine, and then we'll start some movement. So it's always rush hour in the neck. The strongest and most important reflexes function side by side with the ultimate of human volition. Every bite, every breath, almost every movement and sensation, and each spoken word involves passages of impulses through the neck. Yeah, I'm going to skip ahead to the next part. Many of us do develop some arthritis in the neck. In addition, it's interesting to note that the shoulders and the arms are held up by connections with the head and neck, placing the full weight of anything lifted by the arms on your cervical vertebrae. If you've ever had whiplash, you will have experienced that you pick up something and you get a lot of pain, and it's very difficult. So here's the good news about yoga. Yoga can reduce the compression of nerve roots and even alleviate some swallowing disorders. Yoga can accomplish this in 4 ways. 1, by improving the suppleness of muscles. 2, by increasing the versatility of the joints. 3, by refining the coordination of the various muscle groups in the neck and adjoining regions of the shoulder and thoracic spine, that's in your upper back. 4th, by facilitating relaxation. So I want to present to you 2 very common misalignments, and in order to do that, I'm just going to turn to the side, just so you can see up close what I'm talking about. So here's the first one. The first one is called tucking. Watch. When a person brings their chin very, very, very close to the chest, it flattens the natural curve in the spine. This is tucking. This is not great for your neck. The other very common positioning is this. Watch. It's the chin glides forward, crunching the back of the neck. So, for example, sometimes you're driving and you get tired after a few hours, and then you might start out with a great posture, side of ear over side of shoulder, that's optimal, and then after a while your shoulders round forward, yeah, and then your chin starts going there and you start crunching the back of the neck. I'm sure many of you are familiar with that. So we want to avoid those 2 extremes. Ideally, the positioning of your neck and head is from the side, the ears are in line with the shoulders, and the nose is centered over your sternum, your breastbone. So now let's do something on the chair. I'm going to meet you on the chair. I'll switch my glasses, and you can stay right where you are on your chair. I'll get on mine. All right, I have my chair close to you so we can see each other a little bit better. Let me just switch the camera a little bit. Have to be the technical director as well, the camera person, as well as the teacher on Zoom. All right, so I'm sitting on my chair. I'd like you to sit on your chair to the middle front of your chair so you have your feet grounded on the floor. And from here, interlace your hands behind your skull. The thumbs are at the base of the skull. Your elbows are in toward the nose. And what you're going to do is support the base of your skull with your thumbs and pull upwards, lengthening the cervical spine, creating some space between the vertebrae. And then gently raise your eyes, raise your chin as if you're looking to where the wall meets the ceiling. So what we've done here is we've lengthened the spine, we've encouraged lengthening and spaciousness, and then we encourage the natural curve. So we're leaning back. Ellen Saltonstall in her book calls this cosmic headrest. So just breathe here a moment and just notice what that feels like. So there's no crunching in the neck, and we're encouraging that little bit of curve in the neck, the natural shape of that area of your spine. Good, and release. Excellent. My heaters are working. I can take off a layer. The next thing I'd like you to do, and again, this can be done sitting or standing. So if you've been sitting a lot during the day and you really feel an urge to stand up, please do that. Stand tall, feet are grounded, whether you're sitting or standing. And again, the neck is long, and you draw the sides of your throat back a little bit, almost like you're sipping a cup of aromatic tea. And simply turn your head and eyes to look all the way to your right. I'll do opposite of you. Good. And come back to center. And then look to the opposite side, just exploring the range of motion in your neck, and come back to center. We'll repeat that. When we get arthritis in the neck, that's when we lose the range of motion. Come back to center. Go to the other side. Back to center. Good. Extending your spine long in 2 directions, tailbone down, base of skull up. Now take your right ear over to your right shoulder. Lower your chin just a little bit so the back of the neck is long. And you can even let the opposite arm hang down. You'll feel a nice stretch here in the trapezius muscle. And breathe into that very gently. This is gentle practice tonight. And then inhale, come up. Keep the length in your spine, sit up tall, good. Start with length always. And then left ear to left shoulder. Chin can lower a little bit, yeah. And then the opposite arm can hang down. And gently breathe and gently notice. Do a little stretch here. We often gather tension in that spot. Good, and come back to center. Now inhale, shrug your shoulders up. Exhale, release them down. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Once more. Good, and roll the shoulders up and back and down. And then back and up and down. Now let's do one more thing. Now for this one, you're gonna take your right hand to the side of your face. Right hand to right side of face. Sit up tall, lengthen your spine. And what I want you to do is you're going to turn to look to the right, but your hand will press in the opposite direction. So you're sitting up tall and you're turning your head to the right. I'm doing opposite of you. The hand is giving a little resistance. This will strengthen your neck muscles. And again, it's subtle. Breathe. Good. Keep your eyes all the way to the right. Switch hands. Good. Lengthening your spine. And now you're turning your head and neck to the other side, giving a little resistance with the hand. And then switch hands. Good. Sitting up tall, always start with lengthening in the spine. We'll just do one more after this. Lengthening your spine and you're breathing. And you're giving a little resistance. And release your hand. And gently come back. Good. Last one. Right ear to right shoulder. I'm doing opposite of you. Do a half circle to the front chest only. And another half circle to the front chest only. And 2 more times if you can. Notice any sounds that are occurring in your neck. Don't get worried about it. Just notice. And come back. Really good. One more seated pose, then we're going to come to standing. So from here, I'm going to turn my chair to the side so you can see from a different angle. All right, like this. Sitting to the middle front of your chair. Have your left hand either on the seat or the sidebar. The other hand comes to the outside of your left knee. Now we're all on the same hands. Inhale, lengthen in your spine. And look straight forward for 3 breaths. Have your eyes look straight forward. You can listen to my words. Inhale, lengthen in your spine as you exhale. You're twisting now just the lower back to the left. Take another breath, lengthen in your spine. Now the middle back is twisting, but your eyes are looking straight ahead. Another inhale, lengthen in your spine. Now the upper back is twisting. And finally, now on this 4th breath, allow the neck area to turn. Allow your head to turn. Good. And now you're in the full twist, giving your entire spine a nice, gentle twist. Breathe here. Very good. Nice. You can feel like you're breathing all around your spine, circumferentially. Very good. On the next inhale, you're going to come back to center. Notice what that felt like. And let's go to the other side. Okay. Right hand to the sidebar or the seat of the chair, left hand to the outside of the right knee. You're going to inhale, lengthen in your spine. And as you exhale, again, the eyes are going to look straight ahead for the first 3 breaths. So do that. And just let the lower lumbar spine initiate the twisting action. And then another breath here. Your feet are rooted, your knees are parallel. Now the middle back is twisting to the right. And again, you breathe in, you get tall, and now the upper back is twisting to the right. And the 4th breath now, the neck and head will go along for the ride. Stay here and breathe. Gently breathe in and lengthen, get tall. As you exhale, you can enjoy a wringing out sensation, letting go of tension. Really good. Inhale, come back to center. And now to release that, Let me just fix my camera a little bit so you can see my feet. I've come closer to the camera. That's why I'm not on my mat, but I'll get on my mat in a second. You're going to lean on your thigh bones, bow your torso forward. Now, if you don't want to take your head below your heart, just stay here. But if you can, and if you have a block, put it between your feet. You're going to bow forward and then release your hands to the block, release the neck and head. And this is a great way to stretch your spine and release the cervical area. Nod your head yes. Nod your head no. See what this feels like. Breathe. The weight of your head creates attraction to create some more space. Nod your head gently yes. Nod your head gently no. To come back up, press your hands onto your thigh bones and come on up. Very good. All right, I'm going to take my socks off now. The floor was a bit cold. I have a little menu here for our class today. So I would like you to now do this. Just put the high back of your chair like so. It'll be there. We'll use it later for some stability and support in case you need it. So the next thing I'm going to have you do is grab a strap. I'm going to open the shoulders a little bit. So take your strap and have your feet to be outer hip width apart. Take a length of strap about 36 inches or so long. Inhale, lift your arms. As you exhale, you're going to take them back a little bit, and you'll feel the stretch in the upper quadrants of your chest, the pectoral area, and then release down. If you were in my shoulder class last week, we did this, so it'll be familiar to you. Inhale, lift the arms. You're pulling the strap taut. Exhale, go back perhaps a little bit more if your body's ready for it. Lower the front ribs down and take the sides of your throat back so you're comfortable in your neck. Yeah, and release. And then I'll show you the full range of motion. You do not have to do it this month or this year, but it's inhale, lift up, and exhale, the hands will come all the way down to the hips without bending the elbows. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, release. Good. And if that's too hard, don't do the full range of motion. Inhale, lift up. Just go to your degree of comfort. I want you to feel a stretch, but no pain. Never go to pain in yoga. So be aware of your neck in every movement that we do. Sides of third row back. Chin is not tucking into the chest and it's not shooting forward. It's not thrusting forward. Be comfortable. Yeah, good. And release. And now take a shorter length of strap, please. Measure armpit to armpit. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, take it behind your neck, but not on your neck. Elbows press back behind. And notice what your chin and neck are doing. Be comfortable. Soften also your front ribs down a little bit. Pull your hands apart. Staying here, breathing. Elbows press back. You're engaging now your upper back muscles, the rhomboids. And you might feel a little shaking. And that's okay. It's just waking up muscles that need to wake up. Inhale, lift up. Exhale and release. Good. And roll the shoulders up and back and down. And back and up and down. And if your fingers got tired, just open and close your fingers. Sometimes gripping the strap will make your hands a little bit tired. All right, one more. Take a wide width of strap. Inhale, lift up. Now, as you exhale, do a side lean. Try to get the bottom shoulder in the same plane as the top shoulder. Yeah. And you're opening the ribs, the intercostal muscles. Inhale, come up. Exhale, please go to the other side. Rooting through your feet, legs are strong, thighs are engaged, bottom shoulder in the same plane as the top shoulder, and breathe. Inhale, come up. Exhale and release. Very, very good. You can put the strap down now. And now let's do a half dog. So using the chair, place the 4 feet of the chair safely on your mat, please. And then you're going to hold on and step back. Find your ankles in line with the side of the hip. Bend your knees. Feet are pointing forward. They're outer hip width apart. Good. Lift your upper arm bones. Melt between the shoulder blade. And keeping the knees bent for now, because I want you to think about your neck and head. Let's do a little experiment. We'll learn by contrast. So first, tuck your chin all the way into your chest and see what that feels like. Can you feel it stretches the back of your neck? And now the opposite. Start to lift your eyes and look up. Notice what that does to your neck, the cervical spine. It crunches the neck, which we don't want. And now find the place in between. So you're not tucking the chin into the chest and you're not lifting your eyes. The neck is long. The head is not falling down. You can kind of the backs of your ears are roughly in line with the upper arms. So see if you can sense that. Keeping that, continue to lift your upper arm bones, lift your upper chest, and melt between the shoulder blades. Create like a valley between the shoulder blades. Now, stretch your arms, stretch the sides of your torso. Straighten the legs to the degree that you can. And inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend, stay there a moment. Now get more concavity here. We always want to raise the sit bones high here. And you'll notice the concavity in the lower lumbar reflects the concavity in the neck, in the cervical area. Yeah, good. So keeping that now, straighten the legs. You'll notice your tailbone draws back, inner thighs draw back. Lower lumbar gets a little bit longer, but you still have a little bit of that curve there. Good, good. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten. And then lift your head, lift your torso, walk forward. And release the pose. Very, very good. All right. Now, I want to have you do this. I'm going to turn my back for a second so you can see my hands better. Pretend you have a beach ball between your hands like this. All right? Yeah. And what I want you to do is bend your elbows. Inhale, lift the shoulders, the front of the shoulders up and back. Elbows are bent, and you're going to just press the palms together. And again, be aware of what your neck is doing. So you're not tucking your chin and you're not thrusting it forward, right? You're not doing that. Sides of throat draw back, even though you're working here, the arms. Lower ribs, press down and just press an imaginary beach ball. Again, it's a pectoral opener, lift the heart. See what that feels like. Breathe and release. Yes, very good. Let's do one more thing with the strap. Fold your strap in half. Place it on your right shoulder. I'll do opposite of you. And then just hold both pieces of strap in your hand, in that right hand. Look at what your feet are doing. Bring them into a parallel position. 50-50 weight on each foot. Stand tall. Breathe and gently pull down on those straps. Pull down a little bit and then take your left ear to your left shoulder. So we did a version of this without the strap at the beginning of class, sitting in a chair. Now we're just doing a standing version. And come back up with the head. Switch your strap. It's just folded in half. Place it on your left shoulder. Put both straps in the same hand. Look, notice what your feet are doing. Set your foundation. Okay. Don't lock in the knees. I like to bend my knees a little bit, soften them, so I know I'm not locking. Now, standing tall, breathe, pull gently down on the strap. So you're gently taking that shoulder a little bit down, and then take your right ear over to your right shoulder and breathe. Just notice. Good. And come on back up. Great. Release the strap. All right, now let's do warrior one, moving warrior one, get some heat going in the body. Standing behind the chair, step the right leg back, turn the right toes out about 30 degrees. Now you can hold on here if you like. Inhale, bend the front knee, back leg is straight. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Now just stay there. And see if you can let go of the chair. If that's hard on your balance, Move the back leg out to the right a little bit so you have a broader foundation. Now, please bring your forearms together, your elbows together. Upper arm bones are parallel to the floor. And again, the sides of your throat draw back a little bit so you can feel the sides of your ear are gently over the sides of your shoulders. And then you're going to inhale, open the arms, lift the heart, pull the elbows back behind your shoulders, and then bring them together. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, bring them together. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring them together. One more if you can, or rest. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Step forward, march in place, let go of any tension you may have created, and step the other leg back. Now it's your left leg back. Right toes pointing forward, root the inner edge of that front foot. Please inhale, bend your front knee. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend your front knee. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Now stay there. And again, test your balance. If it feels okay, great. If you need a little more security, step the back foot off to the left another couple of inches. Forearms and palms together if you can do it. Notice what your neck is doing. Be comfortable there. Inhale, open the arms, pull the elbows back behind your shoulders, then exhale, closed. Inhale, you're exercising, opening the upper back muscles, the rhomboids, working them, I should say, strengthening them. Inhale, lift your heart, exhale, close the arms, inhale, and exhale, close, good. Step forward, hold on, and march in place. Take another half dog. We just did that before we did the L position. So this is a great way to gently stretch your spine. Think about today's focus, which is your neck, the cervical spine. So again, you can tuck your chin into your chest for contrast. Then you can lift the eyes and head for contrast, and then find that place in the middle where you've got length in your neck and you've got the natural curve. Bend your knees, create that natural curve here as well. The lower lumbar, sit bones rise up to the ceiling. And then stretch everything. Hips back, thighs back, spine is long, sides of torso long, melt between the shoulder blades, breathe. Now see if you can walk the legs like this. You bend one knee and you lean into the straight leg hip. Your feet don't move. Your feet are on the floor. Bend one knee, lean into the straight leg hip. Alternate that. You'll get a nice hamstring stretch. And bend both knees, lift your head, walk forward, and breathe. Yeah, really good. Let's do tree pose. All right, so you can have the chair to hold on to if you need to. For balance, for more challenge, don't hold on. Please put all your weight on your right foot. I'll do opposite of you. The left knee is going to open out. The ball of the left foot's on the floor, and the heel of the left foot is on the inner right ankle. That is your most stable position. You can stay there. For more challenge, slide the left foot up on the inner calf. Max challenge, you're going to take it to your inner thigh. Perhaps you would hold it there. Or you would see if it stays by itself by pressing the inner thigh to the sole of the foot. Now, if that feels too hard, just go to a different version, an earlier version. Maybe one hand in the heart, maybe both hands in the heart. Press down into the weight-bearing foot, and you'll feel a corresponding lift in the upper body. Your spine is long. Once again, notice what's happening in the neck and jaw area. The sides of your throat draw back. The chin is not clenched, it's soft. And your spine is elongating in two directions. Maybe try taking your hands out to the side. Maybe try lifting the arms up. I'll move back a little bit so more of the camera will see me. I don't want to get too far from you though. It's all right. Here we go. Now, if you'd like to play a little bit with the branches of your tree blowing in the wind, you can randomly move your arms, but stay grounded through the weight-bearing foot. If that's too much, of course, don't do it. But it's kind of fun to think about your branches moving, but you're still grounded no matter what. Good. Stretch up tall. And when you're ready to release, release. Good. Let's try the other side. So remember now, root through the weight-bearing foot very mindfully. Grow your roots under your yoga mat. And then the other knee is going to open out to the side, but your hips are pointing forward. Okay, so you're rooting, that's the most stable position, or you're sliding that foot up to the inner calf, never on your inner knee. Or you'll take it all the way up, toes pointing down, right at the root of your thigh. See if you can press the hips toward each other. Press your inner thigh to the sole of the foot. And if that feels too much, go to the earlier position or the most stable position. Good. One or both hands in the heart. You could have one hand on the chair, one hand in the heart. Maybe take your arms out to the side. This is tree pose, Vrikshasana. All the poses have Sanskrit names. Learn them over time. As you reach up through the arms, see if you can relax the shoulders. What can you soften? Soften your eyes, your jaw. Yes, good. Even pick a point to gaze at. This is called drishti. It'll help you with your balance. You might even pause here and remember your intention at the beginning of class. Bring that into the pose tonight. Gently breathe in, gently breathe out. And then if you want to play with the branches of your tree, give yourself a little bit more challenge there. Can you stay grounded in the lower body, in the feet, in the legs, even as you move your arms around? Good. And then gently release. Now I'd like you to turn your chair around and we're going to do quarter dog. Again, check that the 4 feet of your chair are safely on the mat. You'll stand in front of the chair and you'll hold the front corners of the chair. Step back into a triangle, an upside down V. Your feet can be outer hip width apart, toes pointing forward. Bend your knees, look back at your knees. Please make them as wide as your ankles. Lift your upper arm bones, don't collapse them to the floor. They lift upwards, even as your hips pull back. Stretch the legs to the degree of straight that you can. It feels like you're engaging the fronts of your legs, the quads. Feels like you're lifting your kneecaps up. You can inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. And once again, I want you tonight to think about what is your neck doing? What is the positioning of your head and neck? So nod your head yes. Sometimes we're holding tension in the neck, we don't even realize it. Nod your head gently, no. And find a comfortable place. It's not tucking into your chest, but you can try it for contrast. You can tuck into your chest to feel that, and you can lift your eyes and head looking up, forward and up, and then find the place in between that feels most comfortable. Yeah, really good. Now, leaving your feet where they are, come forward into plank pose, shoulders over wrists. You're using the weight of your body to strengthen your arms and shoulders. And here, very important too, do not let the head hang down. It's in line with the spine. So lift the sides of your throat, the back of your skull, and then hips back, thighs back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Either come forward and come out of the pose and rest, or try it 2 more times or 1 more time. Plank, lift your thighs, lift your hips. Go back into downward facing dog. Inhale forward into plank. Good, good, good. Exhale back into downward facing dog. And then walk forward. Bend your knees. Open your arms out to the side. Inhale, lift the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale the hands in front of the heart. Really good. Now, please take your chair. Let's do wide leg standing forward fold. The seat will face you. The front 2 feet of your chair are on the long edge of your mat. And if you're not using a chair and you happen to have a block, you can have a block nearby. I'll show you how to use that. We're going to do wide leg standing forward fold. So take your feet out wide and they are parallel to start. And then you're going to stay rooted in your feet, but lengthen in your spine. Again, that 2-direction stretch. And then bow forward right from where your thighs go into your hip socket. Imagine you had hinges right there. And you're bowing forward. Now your hands can come onto the seat. And if this feels like a good stretch for your hamstrings, just stay here. I'll keep giving you more challenging options. Bend the elbows if you want more stretch in the back of the legs. Stay there or come onto your forearms. Notice what the backs of your legs feel like here. If that feels too easy, maybe you're going to get rid of the chair and you're going to use a block. I do want your hands to be weight bearing. So then you would release the torso a little bit further, the head, the neck. Again, the weight of your head creates a traction to stretch your spine. And from here, you can inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, straighten. Your hands can stay on the chair. You do not have to go this deep into the pose. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. I just like to show different variations so everyone is appropriately challenged. If you'd like to bring your hands all the way to the floor, try that. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. And hang out here. Release the neck, release the head, release your shoulders. Just feel that. When you're ready to come up, press your hands onto your surface, either the block or the chair. So you can really stay nice and stable as you come up. And then you're going to toe heel your feet together. Good, good. Then bend your knees, look forward. Open your arms out to the side. Inhale, come up to standing. Reach your hands to the ceiling and then bring the hands in front of the heart. Great. Now, let's turn the chair around. So we're still going to have the chair as a stability helper, but we'll do a couple of standing poses. All right. The back 2 feet of the chair are on the long edge of your mat. Holding onto the chair, take a wide stance of your feet. They're going to step wide and they are parallel. I'll do opposite of you. So please open your right toes 90 degrees. Widen the back heel out so it's there. The heel is further out than the toes. Good. Let's do a warrior 2 position of the legs. For that one, you bend the front knee. Look at it. Toes pointing forward, knee pointing forward. Now, bring your spine back this way a little bit so that it's more perpendicular to the floor. Lift your front arm. Good. If you can, lift your back arm. And the gaze is over the middle fingers of your front hand. Now, you don't have to lift your back arm. You could stay holding the chair. Again, notice the positioning of your neck and head. It's a gentle gaze over the middle fingers of your front hand. And gently breathe. Good. One or both arms can come out. This is the classic version of the pose with both arms out. Very, very good. Let's morph it right into the next pose. Holding onto the chair with the hand in the back. The front forearm comes onto the front thigh. Lengthen in your spine. Good, good. Yes, revolve the torso toward the ceiling. So the heart is opening to the sky. Good. And then if you feel comfortable, if you feel stable in your feet and legs, we'll add the top hand, palm to ceiling, reach that top arm back behind you, swing the arm over your head. And if this is too much, just work your feet and legs. Now here, you don't want the head and neck to be like this. The head's just hanging down. No, no, no. The top ear is going to hug the inner bicep of the top arm. And then you stretch everything. Yes, from the outer edge of your back foot along the top edge of your body, stretch. This is a modified extended side angle pose. Beautiful. Breathe. And when you're done, hold onto the chair. Look down to your front foot. Press down onto your front thigh to ground into the feet so you come up safely. Parallel the feet and walk in. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Please take a wide stance. I'm looking around for my water bottle. I think I left it upstairs. Oh, well. Turn your left toes open. I'm doing opposite of you still. Widen your back heel out a little bit so your back toes turn in a little bit. Spine is straight up and down. Please bend the front knee. Good. You want to find the knee vertical over the ankle. So see if you can use your own eyes. And if you, some of you may need to slide your back foot a little further back if you can do it. And then the front armlet. Option is to lift the back arm. Good. Gaze over the middle fingers of your front hand. You can stay holding onto the chair if that feels better to you. The front knee, the peril in the front knee is that it wants to fall into the big toe side. Don't let it do that. Okay, good. So yeah, wonderful. Just breathe here. And again, bring your awareness into your throat, your neck, maybe even smile. I certainly hope you're enjoying the practice. Breathe in and breathe out. This back hand, if your shoulder gets tired, the hand can be on the hip or on the chair. Beautiful. Hold on, press down. Oh, no, I forgot to take you into that second pose. So let's go back into it. Bend that front knee. Front forearm on front thigh. Good, good. Lengthen in your spine. This is extended side angle pose modified. Revolve the torso open to the ceiling. You can stay here, just working your feet and legs, or you can add the top arm. So palm on the top arm faces the ceiling. You swing that arm behind you a little bit, then you swing it over your top ear and hug the ear to the bicep. Yeah, good. And stretch everything. Really good. Breathe. From the outer edge of your back foot, you root that. And then along the top edge of your body, stretch beyond your fingertips. Good. To come out of it. Look down to your front foot. Press the front hand down on your front thigh bone so you really get rooted. Then straighten the leg, parallel your feet. And toe heel, toe heel, toe heel. Come back together. Well done. All right, now I'd like you to sit on your chair once again. Nice. All right. Now, sit to the middle front of your chair, middle front, so that your feet are on the ground. I'll move my chair back so you can see. Let me adjust the camera just a tiny bit, if you can see my feet. Voila. Yeah, that's good. All right. Yes. Now, place your hands on the sidebar. If that feels too much for your shoulders, hold the seat. And what I'd like you to do is breathe in and lengthen your spine so that you feel like you're growing tall from your hips to your armpits. The fronts of your shoulders will move up and back. And now lift your chin just a little bit so it's like you're looking to where the wall meets the ceiling. Your elbows are bent, and I'd like you to press your elbows toward each other. So you're going to feel very wide across the top chest. Gently breathe. Really good. Keeping that nice open feeling in the chest, release your arms to your hands. Place your palms together now. Spine is long. Pressing your palms together. Slide the elbows and forearms over to one side, but don't turn the torso. And then back to center, other side. And center. Can you feel that at the backs of your arms? I love this movement. Try it again. It's kind of like that good hurt. It's really a stretch, not hurt. Inhale, lift your arms, because I never want you to hurt in yoga practice. Hands back to the heart. Point your fingers 45 degrees down. Let's repeat that whole series one more time, or rest. Feel free to rest. To the side, to center. To the other side, to center. To lift the arms up overhead and center, 45 degrees down, and release. And just roll the wrists out. Interlace your hands and do this movement. This is, you can call this roly-poly. Can you see that? I'll come closer to the camera so you can really see what I'm doing. I interlace my fingers and I move one wrist away from my chest and the other toward. I drop my elbows down so they're loose, they're comfortable. And then reverse that. Good for your wrists. And now stop, look at your hands. Which index finger and thumb are on top? Whichever one, make note, and then switch it out and do it again. This can feel a little weird because it's your non-dominant side. So just notice that. Good, good. Yeah, and release. And I will come back to my chair. Good, good, good. So yeah, one more time. Let's repeat what we did at the very beginning of class. Your feet are on the floor. You're sitting to the middle front of your chair. You'll interlace your fingers with your thumbs at the base of your skull, elbows in toward nose. Pull upwards like a gentle coaxing of the base of your skull to lengthen upwards. So you're creating length in the cervical area, and then lean back. So you've got this support. You lean your head, lift your chin a little bit here. So now you're encouraging the curve, the natural curve of that area of your body, the neck, the cervical spine. Gently breathe. Good. And then release your hands to your lap. Take a full breath in and a long breath out. Another breath in and a long breath out. And from here, we'll go right into a meditation. I like to end each class that we do on Thursday nights at the library with a meditation. In this class, we don't go to the floor. There are many more poses that we could do for the neck area on the floor, but we don't really go to the floor in this class. So let's go into the meditation. So it's important to set your seat with a clear intention. Again, the feet are grounded. You might take your hands and manually roll your thighs in and pull the fleshy part out. By that, I mean you roll the thighs in toward the space between your thighs. Let me just show you that again. You roll your thigh in to the space between your thighs and you pull the fleshy part out. Yeah, it just makes it easier for your spine to come out of your pelvis. Lean back a little bit, even play with it a little bit, like lean back, lean forward, find the place that feels just right in the middle, and then lean to your side and to the other side and find the place that feels very, very centered. Yeah, good. Remember, optimally, the side of your ear is in line with the side of your shoulder and the nose is centered over the breastbone. That's good for your neck. Gently breathe in and gently breathe out. And for today's meditation, I'd like to use a mantra, which means tool for the mind. Very simple, 2 phrases. So on the in-breath, I'd like you to say to yourself, just this breath. And on the out-breath, I'd like you to say to yourself, just this moment. Just this breath. Just this moment. That'll be our mantra. Since we are focusing on the neck, I want you to make sure you're drawing the sides of your throat back a little bit and the chin is approximately parallel to the floor. Shoulder blades move in towards spine. Bottom tips of the shoulder blades move down toward waist and forward to kind of lift the heart. So just feel that. And we'll go forward now with the meditation. We'll just do it for like 3 minutes together, and then I'll ring a chime. So begin when you're ready. Just this breath. Just this moment. Breathing in just this breath. Breathing out just this moment. Just this breath. Just this moment. Your eyes can either be open, 3/4, or closed. Just this breath. Just this moment. You might even like to have a hint of a smile on your lips as you meditate. Just this breath. Just this moment. And now you can release that practice and move any part of your body that needs a little movement. And in closing, I want to thank you for coming to class tonight. And I hope that you've enjoyed exploring a little bit of neck focus, things we can do so our neck can feel happier. I invite you to bring your hands together. This is Anjali Mudra, thumbs into the heart. And as you sit up tall, then gently bow to yourself as you honor yourself with every practice that you do. Namaste, everyone. That means the light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste.